Back on the PT-27, you guys saw where I was taking everything off of the chassis to do some derusting and or painting if needed of the chassis. Anyway, so far everything checks good except for the antenna coil. And what's odd, it's the secondary, the tune section you can see that I'm highlighting in the side-by-side or picture-in-picture. The primary runs from this section here where this capacitor ties back to chassis ground, back over to here. That's where the antenna lead would attach if you're looking at the schematic. And then the tune section resides between this point and this point. And again, it's open. I've got about 2 millihenries of inductance here between this point. And again, no DC resistance. And the windings are acting as a capacitor, just under 5 picofarads. You'll see some other video that I shot. If you look at it, I think, again, this resides on top of the chassis. I think there's probably some damage to the winding right in this area. If you'll look at the side-by-side that I'm showing, again, that may be just a rat hair, who knows. But I think this is the primary winding. You can see there's more wire used, and that would make sense because of the inductance that I read. Again, right at 2 millihenries. And this would be the secondary section, again, that ties back to the tuning condenser, tuning capacitor to tune across the broadcast band. So I'll share a formula I've used in the past. I can calculate what I think this needs to be. I'll try to repair that if indeed this is correct. May just be a bad solder joint, but I'm thinking probably had some mice on top of the chassis and decided to eat the antenna coil for a snack. Let me share that formula real quick. Again, as I'm sharing the formula, just keep in mind this to get you in the ballpark. I'll take the 25,330. I'll divide that by 426. That was the maximum capacitance for the tuning condenser antenna section, minus the least amount of capacitance of 19. I'll divide that by the upper frequency of the receiver, which is spec'd out at 1720 kilohertz. The lower range of the receiver at 540 kilohertz. I'll square that number minus 1, as you can see. Then I'll multiply by 1.720, again, which is the upper range in megahertz squared for the receiver. And that gives us the inductance in microhenries. I've always found plus or minus 10% or less from that number. That'd be a good starting point. This is the hand drawing. I'll clean this up. But you can see the as-built drawing again, antenna coil, looking at it from the bottom side. The primary side, the secondary side, it's open. And you can see the tuning condenser as well. The capacitance as found for each section, oscillator in the rear, fewer plates and smaller antenna section in the front, estimating about 12 picofarads of stray capacitance as well. Again, somewhere probably between 192 to 198 microhenries for the secondary coil.